every time I walked out of a client meeting, I knew that by the next day, I would have forgotten pretty much everything. I may have made some notes in a notepad and I had some ideas and I had some, but trying to remember all of the key details, it was a struggle. I would forget what we discussed, the weather, sports, business changes, priorities, action items. So for this week 2 of my 90-day experiments, I have built the solution, building voice notes to AI that then records into my CRM, whether it's adding contacts, updating contacts, adding notes. I built all of that. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video. Voice notes to my assistant, Cassie. That voice note is going to be transcribed. The AI is going to pick it up. It's then going to be turned into a process document, and I'm going to ask for that PDF to be sent back. Hi, Cassie. Can you create me a process document, please? I've just had a meeting with John Smith. We talked about the onboarding process, so I need a process document that goes through these 4 steps. Step 1, we sent a link to an onboarding form. He will need to complete that so that we have details about his business, types of contents, the way that he thinks, content pillars, things like that. So yes, step 1 is about onboarding process, getting an onboarding link and filling in that form. Step 2, internally, we will review that, then get on a call with him to ask any questions that we have about what he put into his form. Step 3, we will configure things within the platform for him, generate some elements and some articles and some initial content. Step 4 will be he will get a link to review those articles, and then he can provide feedback on them. He will submit that internally to us if there is anything that he wants changing. Step 5, we will make those changes and then we'll confirm go live. Step 6, just that final sign off, make sure everything's okay, and then we'll start pushing stuff live through to the platform. Can you create this as a process document and then create it as a branded PDF and send that back to me? Thanks. So you can see here, I'm in Telegram. I've got the voice note that I sent. I have got the transcription of the voice note that I sent. I've got the response from the AI saying, client onboarding process document has been created, 6 steps that I went through. I asked for a branded PDF to be sent back to me, so I can see that I've got the PDF here. I can open this, should be able to click it and it will open it up. Okay, client onboarding, last updated, so that's today. Overview, things with the steps, notes from the call. So I can now either send this straight to John Smith, or I can provide some more feedback and changes that I want making to this document before I send it back. That has all been generated from a voice note. So the next thing is the voice note for creating a contact inside the CRM, adding a note to it on the back of the meeting that I have just had. Okay, so I've switched windows here. I'm now into my CRM. I'm using Go High Level. If you're using the same platform, you may be familiar with this screen, but I'm in the contacts section. So where I have contacts that have submitted a form, booked a call, downloaded a lead magnet, any of those types of things, they all go into here. So what I am now going to do is I'm going to send a voice note to my AI assistant, to Cassie, and ask her to add a new contact and add a note to that contact. Hi, Cassie. I've just had a meeting with John Smith. I'd like you to add the contact to the CRM, please, and add a note about the meeting. So we discussed the types of services that we want. One of those was content generation. I talked him through the onboarding process. We already have an onboarding document created for him, or at least a step-by-step guide of what that onboarding process looks like. So in the notes, can you add details of date of the meeting, which was today? It was with John Smith. We talked about the onboarding process and that we would get a step-by-step document sent to him. We'll look to have a follow-up call in the next week. Other key information, there was Mary, who is his head of operations, that will also need to loop into the call. I'll pull her details separately and then send them to you. But yes, please create that contact inside the CRM and add the note based on what I've just told you. Thanks. So the AI should now be processing all of this, should be going through. In Telegram, I should get another message that says, yes, the contact has been created, and then I'll be able to refresh here, see the contact record that has been created, go into it, and see the note that has been added to that user. So just waiting here, I can see inside Telegram transcription. I've got the note here. I'll show it to the screen as well. I've got the note that says, okay, the contact has been created. So if I refresh this, I should now hopefully see the contact in here because I've done that connection between the different systems. Little time to load. Here we go. What's it got for me? Okay, so I have John Smith. I can click into this and we see the time and date that it was created. So that is new and in there. And if I actually just move this window slightly, we can see the note that has been created. So meeting with John Smith, today's date, discussion points, discuss types of services we offer, including content generation, walk through the client onboarding process step by step, agreed to send John a formal onboarding document detailing the process flow. Next steps, schedule follow-up call with John and Mary. I mentioned that Mary was head of the operations and I need to get the contact details from John, follow up within the next week. So that was the note that was added to the contact record. The contact record was created all from that voice note. So this is now something I can use for my business to say, I've just had a meeting, maybe it was over coffee in a cafe somewhere, meeting's finished, and before I forget everything, I can send that voice note and capture all of the key details. So this is week 2 of my 90-day experiments to transform my business to be able to run certain operations all via voice notes and sending those voice notes to AI and getting AI to take actions in my business. Any comments? Drop them below. If you've got questions as well, things that you would like to understand or see as we go through this experiment, I may be able to build them and show you. But yes, this is week 2, still loads of amazing things to come in the following weeks. I'll see you in the next one.